there and welcome back. Last week, we talked about societal and gender conditioning. And today, I'm going to guide you through a powerful exercise to help you break free from some of these invisible scripts that we've been talking about. So grab a journal and pen, we're about to do some soul searching together. This exercise is called Unbecoming because sometimes we need to unbecome everything we were taught to be in order to remember who we truly are. This exercise will take, give or take, 30 minutes, diving deep into one area of your life where you might be running on autopilot and maybe not even knowing it. First, let's choose one area to explore, and here are just a couple of examples to get the thinking started. Your career path. Perhaps this is going after a promotion at your current company or pursuing a new position at a different company. This could also be taking a step back and wanting less responsibility at work. It may even be branching out on your own and starting your own business for the first time. It could also be retirement. Maybe you're thinking about it, but you're not fully ready to step away entirely. A second big area is relationships. Perhaps marriage or even divorce are on your mind. Maybe there's a new relationship you're considering pursuing. How about your friendships and friend groups? Anything there that you want to explore? A third big area are family dynamics. Are there conversations with your partner and or children that need to happen but you've been avoiding? How about with your extended family? Where do you feel the tension? And are there communication style challenges? A fourth big area to consider are lifestyle choices. Is there a move you've been considering? One that takes you away from known surroundings and perhaps moves you away from family for the first time? Are you sick of and tired of having a mortgage and the trappings that owning a home brings and maybe want to pursue a more nomadic or non-traditional path? How about something regarding your health, perhaps exercise or diet? Or how about your sexual orientation? A fifth big area are personal goals. Think learning a new language or traveling more, saving perhaps for a down payment or dedicating time to new hobbies. Pick the one that makes you feel a little uncomfortable. That's really where the gold is hiding. You know that slight flutter in your stomach when a thought hits a little too close to home? That instant urge to look away, change the subject, or quickly scroll past? That's actually not coincidence. That's your internal compass pointing toward transformation. The question is, are you going to listen? When something makes you uncomfortable, it's often because it's touching a truth you're not quite ready to face. But here's the thing, that discomfort, it's where your greatest potential for growth lives. If multiple things make you squirm a little or make you feel a little uncomfortable, then pick the one that's keeping you up at night, the one that plays on repeat in your mind in those quiet moments. It's usually the one that you're trying to drown out with busyness. It's tormenting you. It's not tormenting you, although it can feel that way. It's trying to teach you something. Your mind keeps circling back to it for a reason, and now's your chance to listen to what it's actually saying. So remember, this exercise is for you. You don't have to share it with anyone, and you don't have to share anything that you're writing down. So be honest and truthful. That's really where the growth is going to happen. So for my example for this exercise, I'm going to pick my career and specifically leaving my job to start my own business. So now I want you to take about 5 minutes to pick your chosen area and really think through what is that one that's making you maybe a little uncomfortable. right. So now that you have your chosen area, it's time to write down all the shoulds that come up within that area. So ask yourself, what rules am I following? And think really broad here. Think gender or cultural roles, familial or societal conditioning. Perhaps there's unconscious biases at play. When we finally quiet our mind and give ourselves permission to explore the areas we haven't been open to exploring in the past, we can often make our subconscious conscious. Next, ask who taught me these rules in the first place. Was it family, society, friends, the media? Where did these unwritten and potentially written rules originate in the first place? When did you first learn them? Do you even recall learning them? And if you do remember, what were the circumstances in which you learned them? And finally, how do these expectations make you feel? And be honest here and allow yourself to feel all the feels. Using my example, for me, I struggled with leaving my job for a while before finally making the leap to start my own company. I had a financially stable job, I had benefits, I was saving for retirement. These were all the things I was taught to do and want from society and from those around me. I was following life's order of operations that we've talked about before. Plus, I was well onto the path by now. Rocking the boat and jumping ship would only set me back, and I would look like a failure to all of those around me. So now it's your turn. Take 5 minutes here and write down what shoulds are you following in your chosen area. All right, so how did that feel? If it was slightly difficult, that's completely okay. So now looking at your list, let's ask some powerful questions. If gender didn't exist, would you still want this? If you stripped away all the shoulds of being male or female, remove the weight of gender expectations, completely forget what you're supposed to do based on assigned gender roles. Number 2, if society wasn't watching, would you still choose this? Imagine there's no social media, no family judgment, no cultural expectations. Just you and your authentic desires. What would you dare to do? Would you dare to do this thing that you've chosen? Number 3, what feels exciting but forbidden? That spark of joy quickly followed by, but I could never. What about your chosen area lights you up but feels off limits because of your role, position, or the expectations of others? And finally, what's the worst that could happen if you chose differently? Often, our fears of choosing authentically are scarier in our minds than in reality. Take this time to break down those fears. For me, one thing that did hold me back was gender. I was supposed to have kids, and how could I start a family while starting my own business? If gender wasn't an issue, I probably would have started my business long before I actually did, and same with age, truthfully. If people didn't judge me for being too young at the time for starting my own business, I might have actually done it long before I did. What felt the most exhilarating, though, was thinking about taking control of my destiny and not having to be tethered to anyone, any job, any place. To take the risks that I wanted to, and truthfully, there was ultimately no harm in taking the leap. If it didn't work out, then I could always go back and get a job. Luckily, that wasn't the case, but that idea really provided a safety net that helped me at the time. So now it's your turn. Really challenge yourself by asking these powerful questions based on your chosen area. Welcome back. How was that? You ready for the next part? All right, so you're going to create 2 columns in your journal. In one column, write societal script, and in the other, write authentic desires. For societal script, think about what you're currently doing. For me, I was going to a job I was not connected to, working with people who I didn't always respect or agree with, but I stayed because I was supposed to, especially in a financially secure job. I was moving up in my career quickly, like I was told I should. For authentic desires, think about what genuinely calls to you. In my case, this was really wanting to love what I was doing, being in control of my own destiny, and really living a curated, seamless life. So now it's your turn. Take 5 minutes and fill out these columns for yourself. All right, so we're almost there. Our final part and the most important one. Choose one small way to challenge the should from step 2 this week. I want you to write down the specific action you'll take, when you'll do it, and again, be specific, and how you'll support yourself through it. Also think about who can support you or hold you accountable if you're willing to share. If there is someone, be sure to tell them what you're doing and the specifics as to how they can support you or what you need from them during this time. Change isn't fast and it isn't easy. However, it's totally worth it. Don't let societal, gender, familial, cultural conditioning, limiting beliefs, and assumptions stop you from truly living the life you deserve. And remember, transformation happens in small steps. So share your chosen action step in the comments below. I believe that accountability is so powerful. And next week, we'll discuss what holding on to these patterns and hidden barriers has truly cost you. And trust me, there is always a price to pay. Don't forget to join our community of conscious, authentic change makers. Thanks for joining me today.